in a good way for the water, for the land. You are joining them right now. So come on and bring that gratitude you have for them. Bring that love you have for this land right in here in the circle to this fire. This fire is a prayer that connects us to all of them. Don't be afraid to be connected. That's good medicine.
That's right.
I'm connecting to you right now. Thank you.
And there was no telescope. Come on, bring it. You could see heaven with no telescope. We had a beautiful vision of all our children singing a song to them.
What's going on? So I'm standing here with two members of the Peace Poets. I got Frankie and Lou. This is day 2 of the Indigenous Peoples Day festivities at Randall's Island, New York City. And we just coming through. You know, I just wanted to talk to these guys real quick, talk a little bit about what they do, let you know what they do, how to keep in contact, because what they did at the end of the performance was powerful. I think it was the dope last way. I got the whole thing on camera, by the way. The crowd was like standing up, everybody was involved, kids were bopping. It was a real dope experience. So, you know, if you could just tell the audience a little bit about who you guys are, what you do, and we'll build from there.
Sure. So Peace family. Yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So Peace. We're two members of the Peace Poets, Bronx-Based hip hop and spoken word collective that advocates for life, celebrates life, and through music and poetry. Yeah. And so we've been also blessed, besides performing on stages, we've been also blessed to walk with community in different movement spaces as well. And so we offer what's called movement music to help elevate the messages and also the spirit of our movements. And so we've been walking with families here that are holding police accountable as well, and also at the border with families that are being separated across the country, from running with the salmon and offering songs in that community to standing with Mauna Kea, which you heard some of that as well today.
Beautiful.
I think the best way to understand what the Peace Poets do, in addition to what my brother said, is that we create ciphers in a world where we so badly need to see each other, to just like love each other, respect each other. Because the cipher is like the opposite of prison. As long as they build in prisons, we got to be building ciphers. Understand that there's space for us to fully see each other, celebrate each other. And that's why the reason we sing together is we believe in the power of music to connect us. Right? We also believe in it as like the experience of getting on the same vibration. It's something we're all longing for all the time. And as artists, MCs, educators, organizers, cultural workers, the best way to kind of sum that up in so many ways is creators and connectors. We try to create and get other folks to create with us. We try to connect and make sure that we all can experience a medicine of connection.
So we talk about connection. I know a lot of the time, a lot of the ways that folks try to connect to one another or give each other info is just by giving info, or like, you know, let me tell you about this, let me educate you about this. But there's a critical component, and many people are aware, there's a critical component that art plays in the distribution of information and you know, creating these connections. So if y'all could talk a little bit on that, because I'm a poet as well, spoken word poet, been in the game for 10 years already. This marks my 10th year actually. And I know the effect. I see the effect that it has when I do a powerful poem and people connect with it. I know the effect of hearing a powerful piece of music and seeing people connect with it. So speak a little bit about, you know, the importance of art as it relates to everything that we're doing here, cultural awareness, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
Definitely. I mean, a huge part of it is storytelling, right? Yeah. So a lot of the narrative of our communities is left out of popular media, and so we create our own, right? And so this is happening right now, live in front of you, live and direct, right? And you know, it's also besides sharing our own personal stories, it's also like being in community and sharing that collective story through a poem that's easily digestible in that way. You know, even right now I was checking in with a family and they were saying that their little ones were singing our songs from last night back home, and I was curious. I'm like, oh, which one stuck? You know, because you know, it's also, there's a spirit in the song, and it's an invitation to actually connect with the spirit of that. So if I just tell you information, it might not be as
might get lost.
You know, and this is, you know, this is nothing new. It's actually beautiful that we come from a long lineage of people who have rose up and spoken their piece through poetry and through music. And so we got so many people that have inspired us, and also elders who have taught us the ways of hip hop and the cipher and the ciphers that we continue to create and walk in.
covered it. You want to speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, I would just say, that we're reclaiming the ability to be creative, to sing, dance, the same way in which so many languages were stolen from people. If you look at the system of white supremacy, of colonialism, it's actually saying that the people's unique expression isn't valid, that we should be looking to do something like someone else. And so the reason I feel like art in particular is because you get to be you, just like you are. What comes from you? What comes through you? You know, I think that's why I like to, especially when we're doing activism, when we're organizing for power, that people be their full powerful self, and you gotta be creative to do that.
You said a lot of things, especially like a lot of the problems that we have now mentally, psychologically, come from these generations of, being forced to be like things that are not us, music that is not us, dance that is not us, philosophy that is not us. But in any case, tell people a little bit about the Peace Poets, how you guys got started and how they can follow up with your work right now.
Yeah. It's a beautiful story. We grew up together. Some of us had known each other since we were 3 years old.
Wow.
And rapping in the back of the bus as teenagers. Some of us met in high school, and some of us met in college as well. Yeah. And we've been able to walk together. There's 5 of us, and we're based in the Bronx. So we're here in New York. You could check us out at the Peace Poets on all social media. Google that. And we got stuff online, but we'd love to connect with you in person as well, and hopefully see you out in one of the shows, but also out in the streets. So
yeah, no doubt. Anything else to add, Lou?
No, it's nothing but love and respect. Thank you for taking the time to spend with us.
Thank you for talking to me.
Respect.
Like I said, the Peace Poets, look them up, the Peace Poets on social media. Just the Bronx-based poetry organization, spreading love, spreading awareness, spreading culture. Thank y'all for talking with me. Appreciate you, brother. Much love and respect.